Kids, my name is Pastor Ryan, and we're so excited that you're here for Treeline Kids at Home. This week we're continuing our series called Go, and it's all about the Great Commission, the great mission that God has for us. So get ready, get settled in, get some popcorn, some chips, whatever, and get ready for service. But before we go, we're going to jump up with the memory verse. So if you have that, take a couple seconds, spread out, and shout it at the screen right now. 3, 2, 1, go! If you got it, awesome, congratulations, you guys are killing it. If not, really not a problem, let's go over it together right now. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Let's read that one more time. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Now we're going to go into a time of worship together, so jump up on your feet, stretch, literally do whatever you need to do to get ready to worship Jesus. Let's go.
Staring into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. Reaching beyond the skies, running deep, stretching wide. Perfect love realized, here with you. Come on now. Now this love is for real, you will never let go, never let go. Oh, and it's more than just words, love beyond my control, out of control. Hands up! This is real love, this is real love. Say this is real love, this is real love. Oh. Come on, say. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart to the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love, this is real love. In your heart I'm found. I want you, I want you. You won't let me down. You got me, you got me. No time is for real, you will never let go, never let go. Oh, and it's more than just words, love beyond my control, out of control. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart to the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love, this is real love. Oh. Come on, y'all. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart till the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. So this is real love, this is real love. Oh. Staring into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. 1, 2, 3, jump! This is real love, this is real love. This is real love, this is real love. Oh. One more time, we say. You're pulling
going to go into a time of slower song, like I say every week. I really think it's important that we focus less on the motions and more on Jesus. And so this week, maybe just spend a time with your head down or whatever. Listen to the song. Listen to what the song is saying about Jesus. And so let's kind of go into that time right now.
You stood before creation. Eternity in your hand. You spoke the earth into motion. My soul now to stand. You stood before my failure and carried the cross for my shame. My sin weighed upon your shoulders. My soul now to stand. So I'll stand with arms high and heart abandoned. In awe of the one who gave it all. So I'll stand, my soul wants you surrender. All I am is yours. So I walk upon salvation. Your spirit alive in me. This life to declare your promise. My soul now to stand. So I'll stand with arms high and heart abandoned. In awe of the one who gave it all. So I'll stand, my soul to you surrender. All I am is yours. So what can I say? And what could I do but offer this heart, oh God, completely to you? So what can I say? And what can I do but offer this heart, oh God, completely to you? So I'll stand with arms high and heart abandoned. In awe of the one who gave it all. So I'll stand, my soul to you surrender. All I am is yours.
This week, we're continuing our series, Go. This is our 4th week, and so we're all going to talk about how God protects our mind and our heart. And so what that means for us is maybe we're on this mission. Sometimes people are going to say not nice things to us. People are going to kind of be mean. People might kind of come up against us, kind of make it hard for us to share that mission. But God has a plan and a way around this. So watch this video, and then we'll talk right after.
Hi there, little chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl. Welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Introducing your host, Carl. And your co-host, Cassie. Where we learn, where we grow and we talk about Jesus. Once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome, kiddos. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I've recently gotten some letters from you little chicken nuggets. I'm gonna take some time to answer some questions. It's mail time. Alrighty, letter number 1. Matt asked, "Hey Carl, how long can you hold your breath?" Well, let's find out. Okay, well that didn't go as planned. And now my head hurts. Number 2. Samantha asked, "Hey Carl, if you could be any animal in the world, what animal would you want to be?" Well, Samantha, I've always wanted to be a flamingo, or a gorilla, a wildebeest, a North African crane, a red sparrow, Mongolian honey badger, or shoot crab. But obviously, if I had to choose one, it'd probably be a house cat. Meow. Last but not least, letter number 3. I have a feeling this is gonna be a good one. Alex says, "Dear Carl, your face stinks."
Hey Carl, how you doing?
Not so good. I don't want to talk about it.
Carl, it's okay. You can tell me. What happened?
Well, I was sitting there opening up fan mail, and someone said something that really got me sad.
Oh, that's terrible. What did it say?
I don't know if I could talk about it.
Okay, can you act it out?
Okay.
Your face? Your face stinks?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow, that's really mean. I bet they were just kidding. Your face doesn't really stink. By the way, why are you wearing so many sweaters?
Because I'm protecting my heart.
Your heart?
Yes. That mean letter made my heart hurt, so I'm wearing all these vests for extra protection.
Carl, I'm not sure it works that way.
Sure it does. Try and hurt me.
I really don't want to do that.
Come on. I want you to.
No, I really...
Do it!
No.
Do it!
Fine.
Oh!
Come on, Carl, I'm sorry. But I do think you can learn from this.
How?
Well, in Philippians, it says God will guard our hearts and our minds.
Really?
Really, God loves you so much, Carl. He promises to protect our minds, and especially our hearts, even though they might hurt sometimes.
Wow, that's really good news.
It is, and God means it. So how do you feel now?
I mean, better. It still hurts. But I am starting to get sweaty, so.
I bet.
Say, how do you know about that verse?
God says to keep his words on our hearts. So to remember God's words, I must read them. So every day I try to read the Bible.
You do it every day?
I try. Sometimes I forget, but that's okay as long as I keep trying.
That's good to know.
Yep, and when we get to know God better through the Bible, the more we can trust He's going to protect our hearts and our minds.
So God will protect our hearts and mind? Whoa, that's our big idea. Today's big idea is this: God will protect our hearts and our mind. So let's all say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. God will protect our hearts and our mind. Well, good job, guys. Good job, Cassie.
Thanks, Carl.
Oh.
So as we heard in the video, God's going to protect our hearts and our minds. And so I want to read a little bit from the book of Philippians chapter 4, and I want to kind of talk about something I think that's pretty cool here with this guy named Paul. So Paul basically wrote this book, and he said this: "Always be full of joy in the Lord. I say it again, rejoice. Let everyone you see know that you are considerate in all things that you do. Remember, the Lord is coming soon. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all that He has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything that we could ever understand. And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all that you have learned and received from me, everything you heard from me and saw me doing. Then God's peace will be with you. So that was written by this guy named Paul. But can you tell me, where do you think Paul was when he wrote that? You think he was probably in a fluffy armchair, everything was good, right? Paul's talking about, let's rejoice, everything's awesome. Well, Paul was actually in prison. Paul was in a very, very bad, sketchy prison. And so why would Paul say these things? Why do you think he'd be so excited to say rejoice? Well, I think it's because, when life is hard, it really can be difficult to do that. It can be difficult to be happy. It can be hard, to continue to do your mission. If I was Paul, I'd be like, I'm done. Like, I'm out of here. Like, this is too much for me. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up to be sitting in prison. But what God's calling us to is he's going to protect our heart and our mind, even when the world is up against us, even when it's maybe your teacher's telling you not to talk about Jesus to friends, even maybe, people don't like to hear it. Maybe you're getting made fun of. But at the end of the day, God will protect your heart and your mind because the mission is so important. Philippians 4:11 through 13. As the last thing I'm going to read you, I promise. It says this. Not that I was ever in need, for I've learned how to be content or happy with whatever I have. I know how to live on almost nothing or with everything. I have learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it is with a full stomach or empty, so you're hungry or not, whether I have a lot or a little, for I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. What he's saying here is, regardless of if I have a million things, I have a million toys, all the Fortnite skins, or if I have nothing, maybe I'm hungry that day, I forgot my lunch. God is there and he will make it so all the things that you do for God are good. That's what he means by protecting your heart and your mind. It's not about the things you have. Paul's saying, even though I'm in prison, I've learned to live and love the same way, whether I have a million things or not really anything right now. So thank you guys so much for kind of just listening to me rant a little bit, talk about Jesus. And so now get your mom, get your dad. Let's go into some small groups. Answer some questions, maybe pull out a Bible, read those scriptures over again together. Let's kind of talk about this. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning for Treeline Kids at Home. Make sure you memorize memory verse throughout the week. Spend some time just kind of maybe talking about these discussion questions. Pull them up in your free time. I think it's really good to kind of review something that God did on Sunday so we don't forget about it next week. So again, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.